Hello, fight fans. Welcome to Boxing Blows guys. And please, if you're new to this channel, click the like and subscribe button right now. So, Dave Holland, now popularly known as Papi de la Cuira, Papi de la No Mas, Papi de la Too Many E's to the Head, Papi de la No Excuses, Papi de la I Need 10 Plumbers after getting knocked out by the prize, Papi de la No. I love in Japanese, man. So yesterday he went out on me, as you can see right here, I actually responded to one of Dave Holland's tweet. He tweeted a new profile picture, and I actually responded with facts. Everything I said here were facts, and I commented and saying, a month plus ago, Papi de la Cuira, David Holland, exploded on Anthony Joshua after he lost to Andrew Jr. Said he quit, and to make things worse, few days ago, he stated he was 2 fights away from fighting Anthony Joshua, and just 2 days, this happened to Holland. As you can see right here, Dave Holland did an interview with Boxing Social, where he stated that if he was Anthony Joshua, after losing to Andrew Jr., he will move to an island and never box again. So before that, I have to say, before this happened, before I actually saw this interview, because I'm surprised how come I never came across the interview. Before this, I was actually a fan of Dave Holland. I like the guy. I think he's a very funny guy. He's a guy that you can relate with in a way, because he came from a normal background. He's not a guy who actually came from a wealthy family or something like that. He's a guy who is trying to make a better life for himself, and also he has a son. I guess he has a son, a very good guy like that, good boy. But I never actually thought that this guy, Dave Holland, would be, that harsh on people or will ever get beheaded, So, but unfortunately, money changed people. Papi de la Cuira, might have been getting something from Eddie Matri Boxing, because Eddie Matri Boxing, at some point when Dave Holland was just used as an opponent for people to like, he was a guy that was about to be used as a gatekeeper. You know what I mean? We saw that the White Boston. We saw his boss lots of people, and when he also bossed Luis Ortiz, we saw what happened. I mean, Dave Holland is a guy with lots of heart, a guy who really want to prove otherwise, but we never actually thought, that he's gonna get beheaded. That is a big-headed guy. Whenever he gets little money or little fame, then he start getting big-headed. People like this are all over the place, man. They tend to stay humble when they are not in a position they want to be. Let's take Andrew Jr. for example. Before Andrew Jr. got in the position he is right now, I remember Andrew Jr. begging at the end of Matri Boxing on Instagram, begging, please, in every fight, please, Joshua, please give me this chance. I need it, please. All these guys, they are nothing but grateful people. But after Joshua gave him a chance, the opportunity to fight him, and after he luckily landed a punch that actually wobbled Joshua, and Joshua never recovered from that, this guy now said Joshua is a runner. Joshua don't know shit about boxing. Joshua is dangerous. That you see how people is. People are very strange, especially people that you will see and think they are nice, or they are humble, or they are not humble. Joshua got rich, when it was already 20, maybe 24, 5 years old. but Joshua never flaunted his catch. Joshua never showed the people that, hey, I'm this rich, or I'm in a position right now, I'm in the best. Joshua never did that. Joshua became unified with king and never got big-headed. So Joshua acquired everything he acquired without even getting big-headed. He stayed cool, and after Joshua lost, he should have been a guy who will start saying rubbish, start making excuses, but he never made excuses, even though we know what really happened behind closed doors. So someone like Joshua in this boxing game is very rare. That's why I still have problem with guys like Apochi, who has not even been anywhere near. Even Dave Allen is much more popular and more valuable than Apochi. That's just a fact. It's sad to say, but it's the fact. Dave Allen is more popular, and more relevant than Apochi. You know what I mean? So if Dave Allen gets big-headed, I can understand that, because at least he's getting money. You know what I mean? Compared to Apochi, who has not even started yet. You still got a long way to go. So stay humble. That's what I want those guys to do. So after I replied to this tweet, as you can see right here, lots of people attacked me. Dave Allen fans are really crazy people. They're like nasty, naughty, and really, I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying they are racist, but I feel like the way they responded to me, even though I never actually mentioned anything bad here, all I stated was just the fact. Okay, this is what he said, and this is what he did. People saying that he said it in a financial way, in the financial terms. If he was a millionaire, well, it does not really matter. We know that like for him to even criticize Joshua means that he does not like Joshua. He's been a hater of Joshua and has never had a chance to say his mind until Joshua got beat. He said that, and for him to say that he was 2 fights away from fighting Joshua actually proves that this guy, he just needed Joshua to lose to get big-headed and start talking rubbish. I don't care whether he said it in a different manner. I don't care. I mean, but we know, from the body language, from his body language, you could tell that this guy, don't like Joshua. I also heard what happened with Tunde Ajayi. I was told as well. I mean, this guy rubbished Tunde Ajayi's style. I know Tunde Ajayi might not be the most friendliest guy, you know what I mean? If you don't know the guy, I don't know him personally, okay? So I cannot really relate to the guy, but I feel like the guy is a very good trainer. The guy knows his boxing. I mean, if you look at Anthony Yard, yeah, he's not at the peak of his career right now. Still learning, still growing, and he's got a huge fight coming up. You can say that Tunde Ajayi has tried, has done all a trainer can do. So we'll see what happens, man. And this guy, Dave Allen, exploded on Joshua just a month plus ago, talking bad about a guy, and look what happened to him, man. He got not only beat up, he got bamboozled, and he got really dismantled. Totally dismantled, man. He was lucky not to have developed a brain damage. I'm happy that he didn't develop a brain damage. That would have been worse. A guy like David Price was already past it. David Price already passed his prime. Maybe David Price is just started to get a rhythm back. David Price we knew was the better boxer, but I never actually thought that David Price would be able to outbox Dave Allen all rounds. I thought maybe David Price was gonna win some rounds, and the Dave Allen will come back later rounds and knock him out. That was what I thought. And I also supported Dave Allen prior to the bout. And I never actually saw this comment, this statement right here from him. I never actually saw it. I never watched the interview. You know what I mean? So I'm surprised that this interview has about 500 or something views right now, and something 1,000 views, and I've never watched it. So it's crazy. So until someone told me and sent me the interview, when I watched it, I was like, wow, Dave Allen getting beheaded like he's this world-class fighter, man. So it's crazy. But whenever Dave Allen talks shit, just show him a picture of David Price. So after I said that, Dave Holland, retweeted my stuff with a comment, and as you can see right here, he said Joshua won't Shag you made. So when he first said that, I don't live in the UK, I'm not from the UK, so this Shag, I kind of, Joshua would Shag you made. Shag, I was like, what does it mean? Like, then I went online and searched for UK slangs, and I saw, oh, Shag means, yeah, Joshua wouldn't, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. First of all, I'm a Nigerian, okay, and secondly, I'm not gay. Okay, I come from a royal tribe, okay, in Nigeria, from the Benin Empire. You know what I mean? So, so this guy, he is mistaking me for one of those guys right there in the UK. Those guys that are, that are guys that can just open, you know what I mean? That are attracted to, you know what I mean? So I'm not like that. I don't want to finish the sentence because I don't want to offend anyone, because I know people who are homosexuals in a way, and in Nigeria it's not acceptable, okay, but here you can see them and greet them. They're just normal people like you. So I think that they have a chance to do whatever they want to do, as long as it's not me, okay, or with my son, or or my kids or whatever. It just oh, cool. You can do whatever you do with anyone else. It's all nice. So this guy should understand that. Listen, I'm a Nigerian and I'm not, okay. I'm not homosexual. And also this guy, he got confused. Instead of him to reply to my retweet my my statement here with facts and hit me back with facts, since he does not have a facts, he does not have something to hit me back with. He just said this, and this is very childish, like Michael would say. Michael from Love Island. It's crazy. Love Island. Actually, listen, I think I've heard this word from Love Island before. I started watching Love Island when you Fury, joined. Before that, I've never watched Love Island before, so it's just crazy. And they say people that watch that are not normal people, but I feel it's just a show. Do I think where you can find love there or whatever? I don't think so, but it's just a show, and that's how it is for entertainment. So they've all learned. Yeah, this retreat actually got about 4.2 now. What? Like, and look at the value here. Look what the value here. I replied, it's like, is that you, Papi de la Cura? My God. So the value is crazy. This guy, you know what's best for him? What he should do is try to retire, man. I know this is his job and this is his life. He's a fighter, and he's a guy that wants to fight anytime, anywhere, any day. People are saying that, can I say this to his face? Of course I will say this to his face. Once I start going to boxing events, if I meet him, I will interview him. I would tell him I'm the one that tweeted that. He might look at me and say, well, this guy is just a regular guy. Well, I'm not gonna fight anyone, you know what I mean? Because remember, here is not Nigeria. Okay, Europe is not Nigeria. When you fight here, there are consequences, especially when you live in Germany. Okay, here in Germany, it's very strict. Okay, you know what I mean. So it's very strict. If the authorities see you fighting here, there's consequences, man. There are consequences. But in the UK, I don't know how it is over there. I've heard a knife crime taking place there. Something like that can never happen here in Germany, because here is very tight. The security is tight. Everywhere is tight. In one hand, I like it because it's good for people to respect the law. On the other hand, some people have taken advantage of things and talking rubbish. So Dave Holland, you understand? I actually wrote. I said, if you know where I came, well, listen. If I see Dave Holland face to face, I will say to his face, I'm not heavyweight, okay? I'm light heavyweight. I mean, but that does not mean I'm scared of heavyweights. So at the end of the day, yeah, human being like me. I mean, I watched my friend got shot in front of me. You know, get shot and get killed. You know what I mean? So I mean, me seeing that, for me, life is just a journey. You know what I mean? Life is just a journey. When you've been to so many places, you've seen so many things in life, you don't get scared of a human being, because at the end of the day, anything can happen. Everyone goes at some point. So, Dave Holland, Papi de la Cuita. I mean, I like this name, Papi de la Cuita, at least. That should remind you every time. You know what? This name is good for him. This name is good for him, Papi de la Cuita, because every time he wants to talk shit about people who has been there, who has been to the top already, when he remember the name Papi de la Cuita, how he quit against the Reprise, how the Reprise beat the Reprise really, listen, the Reprise, this was not a number beating, this was a re-beating. It was like, I know people will say the Reprise is 6'8", a giant of a guy, but we all know the Reprise doesn't have the best of chin, okay? And he's already 36 years old, meaning he's not as young as Dave Holland. Dave Holland is 27 years old and has a body of 40 years old. You know, I can say that because the reason being that he, you know, took lots of punishment. He's a guy that wants to take lots of punishment. He's a guy that wants to show to the world that he has heart. I know he has heart, but in this game, if you keep taking punishment after punishment after punishment after punishment, at some point you're gonna get tired of it, and your body is not gonna be able to accept it anymore. You know what I mean? Because you've taken lots and lots of punishment, and you get old overnight. Even though you are young on paper, but you get hold of it. That's how it is. By the way, he's 27 years old. Well, for me, he looks older. That means Dave Holland is a young boy. He's a small boy. You know, even though to me, if you look at me and look at Dave Holland, you will say Dave Holland is older than me. You know what I mean? But he's not. He's a small boy. So Dave Holland, you're still a young boy. I respect you for that. But if you want to smoke, well, you know where to find BBC. I know that people will say, why don't you just spar with this guy? I would like to spar with Dave Holland if he wants it. He's heavyweight. I'm light heavyweight. But I know I have the power. You know, I have the power to knock him out. I'm just joking. I mean, I have the power to do damage on him. I don't think I can knock him out because he has a very solid chin. So I might go the distance with him, but I don't think I can knock him out. You know, I can do damage to him, but I don't think I can knock him out. Because I'm light heavyweight, he's heavyweight. So, and he's been taking punches from, you know, monsters, you know, for a very long time. I have not. And the last time I actually bust was when I was like, was not 15 years old. You know. So when we built in Nigeria, we built up a ring in the street. It was like, you know, in the street. So everyone had to challenge, you know what I mean? I went in, I did my thing, you know, a long time ago. And also back in the days, I used to fight in the street. I used to go to racket. If you're from my area, you understand what racket means. Racket and fighting and all this stuff, having like savage life and all this stuff. So I don't want to go back to those lives anymore. Like having those lives, it doesn't really like it was childish, because at some point, at that point we were young. I wanted to impress. You know, we wanted to show we are bad man. You know what I mean? I think that's childish, because now I'm matured. Now I'm more mentally, you know, calculative, you know, in what I do. But that does not mean if a person want to challenge me in the ring that I wouldn't go spar or sparring. If you want to spar me, no problem with spar. You know. So Dave Holland, I wish him nothing but good luck in his future. To his, you know, to whatever he does. I wish him well. I'm not a hater of the guy. You know, like I said before, I was one of his biggest fans. But after I saw what he said about Joshua, I just switched, because I don't think like a guy that I see as humble as they should be throwing shades, and also throwing shades at Tunde Ajayi and Anthony Yard. No, that's not really nice. You know what I mean? You have got to be humble, even though you're friends with Tyson Fury. We know Tyson Fury is a real trash talker. We know he does not like Joshua. And people will say, well, he meant it in a different way. What if Tyson Fury was the one that got beat? Will Dave Holland say such a thing? I don't think so. You guys should think about that, because he's friends with Tyson Fury. He wouldn't say it, because through my go out on him and say some things about him. That's why. Well, he knows that Joshua is not a guy that will reply to him and start talking like a reply. It's very hard to see Joshua badmouth someone, because Joshua is not like that. He doesn't want to bring such energy. He doesn't want to bring such energy around him, because he's a guy who is always peaceful, want to be peaceful, want to be honest about everything. You know what I mean? Want to get things done, in a very strategic way. You know what I mean? So we saw what happened, man. Good luck to the guy who would like to see him fight next. Maybe you should go look for 10 plumbers to fight. Like you said, you can look at his name right here, Papi Dilla. I need 10 plumbers. So 10 plumbers who are not plumbers who are like the price, okay? Guys who have never bossed in their life. So fight them, and because if he goes in against Dana Dubois right now or Nathan Goma, I feel will beat him. Nathan Goma might not knock him out, but I feel will beat him. Because now Dave Allen mentally is down. Mentally is just down. He's finished. Mentally Dave Allen is finished. So that is appalling already. When you finish mentally, then you cannot actually I love picture for these, man. Oh my god. My god. So guys, like the video, share, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, man. Go follow me on Instagram at BoxBlowSetter. Let me show you guys here. Instagram right here at Boxing Block Center. This is my Instagram account. Follow me there. And follow me on Twitter at Boxing Block. Right here, you ready to say Boxing Block Center? You know what I mean? At Boxing Block, and on Facebook at Boxing Block Center, guys. Stay blessed, stay hungry, stay humble, guys. Cheers.
Things have been crazy, but I'm going in. Worry about no bitch, I ain't got no new friends. I ain't chasing no thought, I'm just chasing these ends. I got me a check, now I'm about to go spend. Change bitches like the season. Tell me, love me, show me. The niggas be hate for no reason. Ice on my neck, it be freezing. Counting this money, I be cheesing. I ain't gon' lie, I be pouring the foes. Got me some money, but I want some more. All in my bag, I'm never gon' fold. I gotta stay down for all of my bros.
Ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. And when it come to it, I stop for my niggas. For nothing above them, we came from the gutter. Orders and noodles, we came from the struggle. Pull out the chopper, these niggas imposters. Real street nigga, I'm preaching the gospel. None of they mad that they couldn't stop us. Move like a unit compares to mobsters. Ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. And when it come to it, I stop for my niggas. For nothing above them, we came from the gutter. Orders and noodles, we came from the struggle. Pull out the chopper, these niggas imposters. Real street nigga, I'm preaching the gospel.